attracted to me. Jesus Christ. Dear Billiard, the cue bald. The cue bald. I like that. Appreciate the podcast and everything you do, and thank you for taking the time to read this email. No problem. Thank you for the funny nickname. I like it. I'm in a tricky situation here. There are 4 people involved. My buddy of 12 years. Oh, man. His wife of 2 years. Dude, where's your loyalty? My girlfriend of 6 months. And myself. We are all in our mid to late 20s. Oh, boy. It has recently come to light that the wife is interested in me. Oh, geez, you just skipped over a lot of fucking details. How did that come about? She sent you a Valentine? Or were you guys having inappropriate conversation that led to that? Anyways, I met her about 3 years ago while she and my buddy were still just dating. She was my type, and I was drawn to her immediately. She is at least a 9 for my taste, but I just put her in the unobtainable compartment in my brain since she wasn't available. I did not give her any additional thought beyond being cordial. I didn't really care to get to know her, and I didn't think about what it would be like to date her. Though if she had been single, I would have gone after it. All right, so far, according to you, you've been a good guy. Fast forward to the recent past. My buddy's wife and I got to know each other on a bit more of a personal level on my birthday a few months ago. My girlfriend was there too, and it seemed like my bud's wife took an interest in getting to know my girlfriend as well. Since then, the 4 of us have hung out a few times, and the wife has gotten to know me a lot better. I've also been hitting the gym, which has gotten the attention of my buddy's wife. Ah, Jesus Christ. All right, they've been married 2 years. You're 20s, in your late 20s, so she's looking to pull the ripcord. Where the fuck was I? Okay, so one weekend, a group of people, including myself and my buddy's wife, go to a club. My girlfriend was invited, but decided to go to sleep instead. Obviously, alcohol was flowing, and there isn't much room on a dance floor. I'll spare you the details. Dude, what do you mean spare me the details? It was just getting good. Fuck. What the fuck? This is like a Cinemax movie. I'll spare you the details and suffice to say that I learned that night that she was into me. When what? She was doing the Running Man on your dick? I don't know what. Okay, I was pretty overwhelmed and thrilled because I thought she was a bit out of my league. I'm also am not the happiest in my relationship, what makes it harder for me to sort out my feelings on the matter. This girl excels in the areas that my girlfriend doesn't. I certainly am very attracted to her and enjoy this type of attention. I didn't know if she was unhappy in a relationship or what. I've tried to see what this girl wants or if there's a problem with their marriage, but she has had a lot of dodgy answers like, I wasn't looking for anything, or this isn't supposed to go anywhere, or I'm perfectly happy in my relationship, etc. She also has a hard time committing to any boundaries. Oh, fuck this chick. Fuck this chick. Or maybe she just got drunk and said something stupid. It all sounds like bullshit to me. I think she is lacking affection from my buddy, and she's bored and horny. She also sounds like she just doesn't want to admit that there's a problem. She's trying to have the security of a marriage and the thrill of a new romance. We haven't kissed or anything yet. Big word, yet. But I feel like we've already desecrated both of our relationships. I also feel like any increased fun talk about and the tension will eventually reach the inevitable breaking point. Yeah, you got to stay away from her. What should I do? My girlfriend will lose her shit if she hears about this. My buddy will be really unhappy. I think you flip those. I think your girlfriend will be unhappy. Your buddy will lose his shit. Anyways, and I already feel like I couldn't trust this girl if we did get together. However, I don't really care. I just love to hook up with her. It's honest. I can tell this girl has something wacky going on, but I don't have the strength to reject her advances. What should I do? Thank you so much and go fuck yourself. Stop going out to the club with them. Or fucking rub one out before you go out, or don't drink when you go out there. Yeah, that's going to blow up. That is going to fucking blow up. In your face. But who's kidding who, man? That type of shit happens all the fucking time. All the fucking time. Married women will come up to another guy and say that they're attracted to him. I mean, there's all this shit out there now about guys' behavior and that type of shit. You know, women do it all the fucking time, and they say they're better at it. I don't think they necessarily are. I think what the thing is that just women are into vengeance. So, you know, if you get like something like that going, and if they don't get a fucking check for $1 million in a house, they're going to try to do something to blow up your life. That's what they do. Guys, we walk away. Fuck you, bitch. And we generally speaking, we walk away. They don't. They burn down your fucking life. Dude, first of all, break up with the fucking chick you're with now and go find somebody else to fuck around with. All right? You don't need to be fucking around with your buddy's unhappy wife. Because you're never going to be able to trust her. All right? You're just not. And then you're going to lose your friendship of 12 years with this other guy. All right? This is basically like your dick's in Congress right now, like filibustering, you know? Your dick has the floor right now. That's what the problem is. If you just sit down, okay, and you listed all the pros and cons of doing this, if you were where I was at right now, sitting there, the answer is easy. Don't do that. Don't do that. But when you're in it and your dick is there, all fucking logic goes out the fucking window. So, you know, I don't know. I just, you know, I would just fucking, she said there's nothing else to it. I would leave it at that. And if she brings it up again, I would just say, look, you said there was nothing to it. Okay. So I don't want to hear any more of that kind of talk. You can't hang out with her anymore. You can't. You cannot fucking hang out with her unless that dude is there. And if this guy's really your fucking friend, by the way, wait a minute. If this guy's really your friend, you know, you wouldn't be thinking about doing that. And B, oh man, I don't know if you tell him. I don't know if you should tell. I wouldn't tell him. It's a fucking mess. You know, a woman would. Women would. Women would initiate the conversation and then turn around and fucking, yeah, don't tell him. Don't tell him. That's a stupid fucking idea, because then she'll flip the fucking story, start crying, he'll feel bad, and he's going to choose her over you. Dude, you got a situation. There's just so many fucking ways that this can go, and none of it's good unless you just walk away. Walk away. Go back to the room. Go back to the room. Fuck it. It's that moment in fucking when you're playing cards where you just got to admit you're not going to win tonight. Just fucking cash out and go back to the fucking room. That's what you should do. Jerk off to her as much as you fucking want till you get it out of your system. Go find somebody else that you like that makes you not think about your buddy's wife. How about that? There we go. But I'm sure she just wants to feel free. All right. I know I was a little bit of an asshole, but what are you going to do? All right, folks. You know what was awesome? Last night I stayed in with my lovely, beautiful, gorgeous wife. And we hung in, and I started to watch Peaky Blinders. I don't know nothing about no robbery. Right? And she's like, I don't want to watch this. All right, Bill, you're white enough. I have a difficult time enough understanding you. Forget about these fucking people, right? So I was like, okay, fair enough. So then we were scrolling through, and I looked for The Nice Guys. Once again, Netflix, can you make my year and get The Nice Guys? Starring Russell Crowe and, Jesus, how could I forget this guy's name? The guy from Drive. The guy from La La Land. I'll remember it later. I always... The fuck is his name? He's fucking hilarious in that movie, too. You know, fuck this. Hang on a second. I'm gonna hit pause. I gotta get this guy's name. Sorry, Ryan Gosling. They're fucking hilarious in that movie. Ryan Gosling's hilarious. Russell Crowe is hilarious. It's such an underrated comedy, and it reminds me of one of my favorite comedies of all time, Midnight Run. As far as I feel like the comedy, so much of it, their reactions and the way they're doing things, it comes from a real place. I don't mind wacky, I don't mind absurd or any of that bullshit, but I fucking love that movie. And so I looked it up, and for whatever reason, Netflix has every fucking movie just about on their streaming service. The biggest streaming service in the world, right? But they don't have that one. So I'm like, fuck. And then we scrolled down, and then they had Thelma and Louise. And I was just like, man, I have literally not seen that movie since I saw it when it came out in the movies. And, oh, is that a great fucking movie? Fucking great goddamn movie. And it still holds up. And now with all this Me Too shit, you watch it now, and it's more relevant than ever. And every guy in there is just this piece of shit hitting on him. Like the guy who plays Gina Davis's husband, Christopher McDonald. He fucking steals every scene that he's in. Like you gotta watch it again. When they tell him that his wife might be involved in a murder, he just goes, "What? Wait, what?" Just the way he does. I'm butchering it. He's fucking hilarious in that movie. And we watched it. In the end, I don't want to ruin the ending for people who haven't seen it, but anything that is a little nod to Vanishing Point, you gotta love that. Have you ever seen Vanishing Point? That's one of the first anti-hero. It was during that, not the first, but during that era of the anti-hero. Like up until then, I guess with movies and shit, it was always the guy with the white hat, and who's kidding who? The white skin was always like the fucking hero. He was always trying to do the right thing. He didn't rob, he didn't steal, and he was a fucking hero. And if you stole and you were a piece of shit, you wore the black hat. You were the bad guy. You know what I mean? I would say that they put minorities in those roles, but way back then I don't even think they did that. They just had they even had white people playing Native Americans and Asians, even Asians. I remember that when I posted that thing from fucking Hawaii 5-0. And they had that fucking white dude, and they did something to his eyes to try to make him, he just looked weird. Which was really strange because they had all those, I don't know if they were Asian, Hawaiian, I don't know what the fuck they were, but I mean, they had plenty of people who weren't white on that show.